नमस्कार। हमारे सभी प्रेस के साथी पत्रकार मित्रों, छायाकार मित्रों, आपका बहुत बहुत प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी की विशेष प्रेस वार्ता में हम स्वागत करते हैं। हमारे लिए बहुत ही हर्ष का विषय है कि आज इस विशेष प्रेस वार्ता के लिए हमारे कांग्रेस के बहुत वरिष्ठ नेता और फॉर्मर यूनियन मिनिस्टर और होम अफेयर्स, फाइनेंस, अदर सो मैनी डिपार्टमेंट, जो अलग अलग देश के सभी वर्गों को, सभी चीज़ों को समझते जानते हैं। ऑनरेबल मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट श्री चिदम्बरम साहब आज की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए हमारे बीच आए हैं, पधारे हैं। हम प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के तरफ से उनका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करते हैं। हार्टी वेलकम सर। हमारे साथ हमारे प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के सम्मानित अध्यक्ष भाई श्री देवेंद्र यादव जी, इस प्रेस वार्ता में विशेषकर हमारे AICC के प्रभारी आदरणीय काजी निजामुद्दीन साहब, हमारे फॉर्मर मिनिस्टर दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट डॉक्टर नरेंद्र नाथ जी, हमारे साथी डॉक्टर, आप सब लोग यहाँ शामिल हैं। आप सब साथियों का पुनः बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है। और मैं आपके और आदरणीय श्री चिदम्बरम साहब के बीच में सीधे तौर पर उनको आमंत्रित कि वो आपसे अपनी बात रखें। आदरणीय श्री
Narendra Nath. Document on the right. Anil Arjuna, after that. PK Mishra. PK Mishra. Good evening to all of you. Shri Yadav ji, President, Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee. Shri Bharadwaj ji, Shri Nizamuddin ji, Shri Narendra Nath ji, Shri PK Mishra ji, and other friends of the media. I have an opening statement. It is in English, and the copy will be distributed to you shortly. And I'm sure during the course of the day, the DPCC will translate it into Hindi and send it to your newspapers. National Herald is a product of the freedom movement of India, founded by eminent freedom fighters such as Purushottam Das Tandon, Acharya Narendra Dev, Rafi Ahmad Kidwai, and Jawaharlal Nehru. National Herald, Navjeevan, and Qaumi Azad are the symbols of the freedom struggle. And if I may humbly submit, it is a duty of every Indian to preserve and cherish these symbols. National Herald is owned by Associated Journals Limited, a company registered in 1937-38. It is a public limited company. AJL, Associated Journals Limited, holds 6 immovable properties in India. The property in Lucknow alone is a freehold property. The other properties in Delhi, Panchkula, Mumbai, Patna, and Indore are leasehold properties allotted by the government concerned with the condition that the property huge losses. Age and National Herald could not pay the taxes, statutory dues, or wages and salaries. The outstanding liabilities of AJL were huge and mounting. Between 2002 and 2011, the Congress party stepped in, announced money in small tranches by checks amounting to rupees 90 crore. The monies were used to pay the outstanding liabilities, including wages and salaries. AJL was a debt-laden company. On legal advice, it was decided to restructure the company. In 2010, a new company, Young Indian, was formed, a not-for-profit company under Section 25 of the Companies Act. I repeat, Young Indian is a not-for-profit company under Section 25 of the Companies Act. In the new Act, it is Section 8. If you wish, at the end of my statement, I will read to you old Section 25 of the Companies Act. Young Indian had 4 shareholders, only 4 shareholders, all of them senior office bearers of the Congress party. Young Indian took over the 90 crore loan at after loan will be converted into equity, and accordingly, equity shares were issued by AJL to Young India. Conversion of debt into equity is a well-known instrument of restructuring companies. Banks do it regularly. Let me repeat, banks convert loan into equity regularly. Recently, the Government of India converted the liability of rupees 36,000 crore. I repeat, 36,000 crore rupees owed by Vodafone India to the Government of India into equity. Government was the lender. It was owed 36,000 crore. That loan of 36,000 crore was converted into equity, and the Government of India's equity in Vodafone India is now 48.99%, almost 49%. As I said, Young Indian is a not-for-profit company. Even if it made profits, it does not make profits. Even if it made profits under Section 25 of the old Act and now Section 8 of the new Act, it cannot, I repeat, it cannot give or distribute salaries or dividends to its shareholders. Since incorporation, not a single rupee has been paid by Young Indian to its directors or shareholders. I repeat, since incorporation, not a single rupee has been paid by Young Indian to its directors or shareholders. The Income Tax Department has valued the property of AJL at rupees 413 crore, 413 crore. In 2013, an individual complainant, repeat, an individual complainant lodged a private complaint against the directors of Young Indian alleging cheating, conspiracy, etc. At the stage of cross-examination of the complainant himself filed an appeal in or about 2020 to the High Court, Delhi, and obtained a stay of further proceedings in the trial court. Hence, effectively, the criminal case is stayed since 2020. I repeat, the complainant himself filed an appeal to the High Court and got a stay of the trial of the case. In 2023, the ED registered a case under PMLA, presumably based on the criminal case started on a private complaint pending before the trial court. ED has filed a complaint, commonly known as charge sheet, under PMLA on 9th of April 2025. That is only 11 days ago, 9th of April 2025. But I understand the complaint has not been made public. If any of you has received the complaint, I'll be happy to know what the complaint says. AJL now publishes the 3 newspapers online. AJL also hosts a number of websites and social media platforms. AJL's media outlets have a vast digital presence. These are the facts. Where is the crime? Where are the proceeds of crime? Where is the tainted money? Where is the offense of money laundering? Now I read to you Section 3 of the PMLA, which defines the offense of money laundering. Whoever directly or indirectly attempts to indulge, or knowingly assists, or knowingly is a party, or is actually involved in any process activity connected with the proceeds of crime, including its concealment, possession, acquisition, or use, and projecting or claiming it as untainted property, shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. Money laundering is only concerned with the proceeds of crime. There must be a crime, there must be proceeds of crime, and somebody must possess the proceeds of crime or use the proceeds of crime and project it as untainted property. I ask you again, where is the crime? Where are the proceeds of crime? Where is the tainted money? Where is the offense of money laundering? I understand that the PMLA court has not yet taken cognizance of ED's complaint or charge sheet dated 9th of April 2025. The media is full of statements, comments, and opinions based, I'm afraid, on ignorance. If the authors of these statements, comments, and opinions are not ignorant, we can only attribute their statements, comments, and opinions to malice. It is elementary that there is no money, no transaction of money. Without money, there are no proceeds of crime. Without proceeds of crime, there is no money laundering. Without money laundering, the ED has no jurisdiction. The assault on the integrity and reputation of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Shri Rahul Gandhi is a blatant abuse of power. On the facts of this case, it is clear that the ED, at the behest of its political masters, is carrying on a vendetta against the leaders of the principal opposition party, the Congress. The entire Congress party will resist and fight back and defeat this political assault on its leaders, Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Shri Rahul Gandhi. Truth will prevail. Justice will prevail. We will prevail. Thank you. I'm willing to answer your questions.
Any questions? Yeah.
So, the BJP on
No,
the
no,
other hand,
why don't you get that mic?
Mike.
we heard in kind of press conference, there are various political allegations that are flowing very fast as you know, conducting a press conference across the country. On the other hand, the BJP top brass ministers and all, they are saying this is actually the entire national level case is to safeguard national assets from being siphoned off by a political family. How do you respond to the fact that the assets are being siphoned off, the allegations that the assets are being siphoned off by a political family, and none other than Piyush Goyal has made those allegations? He was Minister of the Corporate.
I can only blame myself for not being clear. I thought I was clear. Where is the money? Who has distributed or taken away the money? Not one single rupee has been distributed by Young Indian or AJL to any of its shareholders or directors. So where is the money? Who has taken away what money? First there must be money, and then somebody must take it away. So where is the money? Those who allege that money has been siphoned, let them tell us where is the money and who is siphoned. When? There is no money.
Mostly 80%.
Actually, I would just ask a specific question on that, sir. That, sir, they are saying assets that were with AJL in particular were actually the entire Young Indian was actually fabricated to assets under the name of the political family. The assets that are worth 2,000 crores. That's what
I can only repeat myself. Obviously, you did not listen to my statement. Income Tax Department has valued the assets of AJL at 413 crore. Where did 2,000 crore come? 413 crore. Now that 413 crore is still there. Who has taken it away? If somebody has taken it away, you tell me, I'll go and catch him. Who has taken it away? It's there. The Lucknow property is still there, which is the only leasehold property. The other 5 properties are leasehold properties. The government has given it on lease. The lease is still there. The Lucknow property is still there. So who has taken it away?
So BJP also says that since Congress party is a political party, they get several exemptions in taxes. So they can't, that is one thing that even Ravi Shankar Prasad has raised, that they can't take away or they can't go the way Congress has gone. Since Congress is a political party, they get tax exemptions. They can't give loans or they can't take over a company like that. That's what BJP alleges.
Where is the Congress party in the issue? Congress party loaned total amount of 90 crore to AJL over a period of 10-12 years. That loan was bought by Young Indian. And the Congress party his accounts are audited and taxed or not taxed, it's a separate matter. Now, young Indian is in the shoes of the lender. AJL is in the shoes of the borrower. Young Indian has lent 90 crore. Earlier, the Congress party had lent it. This has bought the loan. Young Indian has lent 90 crore to AJL. That loan is unrecoverable, irrecoverable. Therefore, the loan has been converted into equity. For example, Government of India was owed 36,000 crore by Vodafone India. That loan cannot be recovered by the Government of India from Vodafone. So what did the Government of India do? 2 months ago, they converted the 36,000 crore into equity. Will you file a money laundering case against the Government of India? Why doesn't ED file a money laundering case against the Government of India? The loan has been converted. Go to any bank and the bank will tell you every week, every month, loans are converted into equity.
I have one question. You've been saying that ED does not have jurisdiction in this case, in the sense that there is no legislative offense. But there is a Delhi High Court order which says, or rather actually a ED circular which says that if the Delhi High Court, when the Honorable Court of Law has taken cognizance, then the ED can actually in a way get into the picture. So in this case, there was a complaint filed before the High Court. The High Court asked for the High Court ordered an investigation, so to say, and that's the reason why the ED got into the picture. So would you say that ED doesn't have jurisdiction, or because as the leverage of the ED being increased, or rather amplified because of this circular of the ED, this was of 2015, which enabled the ED to investigate cases on the basis of a High Court order?
I welcome you to the bar. I welcome you to the court. But let's understand your statements. There is a complaint of a criminal offense by a private complainant has lodged it with the court. That is the predicate offense. That is the scheduled offense. That offense, they can be tried. I have no problem. It's a private complaints offense can be tried. But the complainant himself went to the appeal and got a stay of his own case. So that case is not going on. But that is a separate matter. When that case comes, I'll come back to you and address another press conference, thanks to Yadavji. But that case can go on. But that case is stayed by the complainant himself. He went to the appeal and the High Court and stayed it. Be that as it may. Based on that criminal case, ED registered a case. But the ED must first show that criminal case gave rise to proceeds of crime. If there is a proceeds of crime, there is money laundering. If there is money laundering, the ED can investigate the offense. I have no quarrel with that. But where are the proceeds of crime? If I come to your house and you give me a cup of tea, and then I leave your house, you or somebody go to the police station and say, there was 1 lakh in my house, he has taken it away. I said, investigate that offense, whether I've taken away 1 lakh. Now you find that the 1 lakh is still in your house. So where is the proceeds of crime? Who has taken it away? Where is the crime? Number one. Where are the proceeds of crime? There's no crime. There is no money. There are no proceeds of crime. Where is the question of money laundering?
Anybody?
Charge sheet and ED has filed. Will it stay the court or not?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
ED has filed a charge sheet. Will it stay the court or not?
Will it stay in the court or not?
The complaint or charge sheet was filed only on the 9th of April 2025. We are today on the 20th of April 2025, 11 days ago. And we have not got a copy of the charge sheet, nor has it been put up on the ED website, nor has any newspaper carried the charge sheet. Let me see the charge sheet and then we'll see. At the moment, it is a charge sheet which we have not seen.
Okay.
और किसी का कोई सवाल है?
Yes.
Sir, your contact message on the devices of Francis.
What?
Sir, your contact message on the devices of Francis.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing to do. This press conference is over.
इसी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में
Pope Francis was a man of compassion, humanity, and peace. Throughout his papacy, he pleaded for the poor, the weak, and the downtrodden. That's why he's loved all over the world, not only by Catholics, not only by Christians, but by all people belonging to all faiths. It is sad and distressing that Pope Francis passed away today. I pray for his soul to rest in peace. We'll always remember him as a man of compassion, humanity, and peace.
Sir, one question. You have said that there was no trial, there was no piece of trial. But the manner in which BJP is doing press conference today, there was a press conference addressed by Mr. Father, and he has called Rahul Gandhi as a traitor. And even that what Rahul Gandhi has mentioned.
What's he talking about?
Election commission,
She's from Times now.
today, right?
But she's asking.
But PMLA?
No, not to do.
No, this has nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I don't know about it.
पार्टी ईपीसीसी की तरफ से आप सबके साथ चाय पे आमंत्रित हैं ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे